when you came home, I'm gonna ask you about this, but I'm gonna ask you about this later.
Okay.
You made a diss record towards Cash Money.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I ever in my life seen a person make a diss record and get a pass for it. Like niggas was like, the nigga got he got a right. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, man, listen.
I've never heard no response. I've never heard. No, I'm dead serious.
Because when you right, you right. When you wrong, you wrong, man. Right. You know what I mean? So, you know, at the end of the day, man, like I say, man, you know, man, bro, the bros know, like, man, just will be tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like they know, you know what I'm saying? Like when I get in my feelings, I spaz out. You know what I mean? And
because you, I believe Turk was on here and you was like, man, tell Turk shut the fuck up. I'm like, you just told Turk to shut up, and then just told everybody shut up too at the same time. And I'm like, I had never seen that before.
Sound like family talk, though.
No, but you know what? That's family. That's family.
Yeah, that's family talk.
Sometimes, bro, everything ain't for everybody.
Everything ain't for everybody. But what is it? You had to get that off your chest?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I did, absolutely. I had to get that off my chest, you know what I mean? And, you know, niggas understand it, like, you know, we done talked about it, and you know, it's all
we had a whole meeting about it. We was like,
man,
this nigga BG is crazy. Shitting on everybody, and they cool with it. I said, this nigga No, I'm dead serious. Cause I'm like, and I know Birdman. I know him.
Man, Birdman raised me, bro. You heard me? You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Like, you know, that's like a father figure to me. You know what I'm saying? Him and Slim. You know what I mean? I got the utmost love for him, the utmost, you know, respect for him. Like, you know, it's gonna always be like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, sometimes, like, you know, shit, you know what I mean? And, you know, we laugh about it, we joke about it, but...
On a private plane, I imagine.
Facts. You know what I'm saying?
You're not joking about it in Rob Playland.
Man, listen, even after that, I'm gonna be like, bitch, look, bitch, you know you're down bad, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Ron, come on now, don't do me that. You know what I'm saying? It's me. You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's deeper than rap, man. You know what I mean? It's deeper than rap, man, and the love and respect, you know what I'm saying, gonna always be there, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, you know, in the booth and you know, in the studio, you know, I mean, you know, when you just getting them emotions out and just getting them feelings out and
releasing.
Just, you know, speaking from the heart, like, you know, shit just come out, you know what I mean? And, you know, I just, you know what I'm saying, sometimes shit just come out, man, and you know, but at the end of the day, man, you know, I'm always be, you know, like, you know, I live and breathe, you know what I'm saying, for Chopper City, man. But, you know, Cash Money gonna always be my home, man.
I love
that.
What I mean?
Like,
I love that. But do you realize, like, when it comes to the real nigga category, and I don't even want to use the word nigga, right? Yeah. But real, it's Tupac, DMX, and then it's BG.
Oh man, that's a hell of a lineup. You heard me? Man, like, nah, that's
I don't even
love.
put myself in there.
Hey, nah.
I ain't even put myself in there. But what I'm saying is, do you realize that? You realize, like I let me tell you something. I love you, man. I love who you represent. I love who you are, and it was a blessing for me to just go and reiterate your category, and I just kept looking, and I was just like, damn. I just kept telling my son. My son is right there. He's my son.
Yeah,
he right there. His son here.
PG,
and I just kept telling him, I was like, yo, man. I kind of don't admire any other rappers. Nah. But I admire you.
Man, come on, bro. Don't do me that.
No,
bro. No,
that's serious.
Don't do me that, bro.
That's serious. That's the reason. That's the reason why Birdman's telling you, yo, I'm gonna call you because I told Birdman this. I said, yo, man, when y'all was at the Outs, I never had an opinion.
Right.
I feel like y'all should make it right.
Nah, big facts. Big facts.
And Slim. I told it to Slim.
And he knew, like, back then, like, you know, I was like, you know, just a young, you know, rebellious, you know, child, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why he never answered me or never, you know, responded, you know what I mean? Because, bro, the history is just so deep, bro. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from, you know, and I don't even, but you know what I mean? Like, when my...
Turn the lights back up.
I'm talking about, you know, when my mama house was a stash house, you know what I mean? You know, back in the 80s, you know what I mean? Like, bro, we go way back, you know what I mean? So, you know, like, I guess he just looked at it like, man, that's my just young, wild, reckless, rebellious child. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even much gon', you heard me? I'ma just let him vent. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even gonna answer. You heard me? You know what I mean?
So let me ask you,
and that's just how that went.
As a person, like I just told you, Trash put me on. Trash is like my Birdman, right? And it was a certain point where Trash did something where I was just like, man, I can't forgive this. And I made a diss record after he made a diss record, right?
Right.
I regret it. This is me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you should regret it. But what was the breaking point where you felt like, damn? Was it when you was in jail or was it when you came home?
What, far as what?
Like, as far as like, damn, man, let me say something. Let me get this off my chest, like how we speaking earlier.
You mean like just...
That was before he went in.
Yeah, that was way before I went to jail. You know, I went to jail in 2011.
Yeah, because you know I seen that in the documentary.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I left Cash Money, 2002, 2003, you know what I mean? So I ain't go to jail to, you know, 2011, you know what I mean? But I think our first time really, you know, just is when his little sister Tamara died in the car wreck. You know what I'm saying? God bless Tamara, man. You know what I mean? Like, may she rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But I think she died in a car wreck in like 2007. You know what I mean? And you know, me and Myra was like the same age. You know what I mean?
And
like,
you reached out to him?
And me and Myra grew up together. You know, that was like a sister to me. Like, that was my sister. You know what I mean? And you know, just as much as I knew it was hurting him, you know, it was hurting me. And one night, he was on the radio with Q93, you know what I mean, with Wild Wayne, man. Shout out to Wild Wayne. And I heard him on the radio, and I called in, you know what I mean?
Live.
And I called in live, man. And Wild Wayne plugged, you know, both us in on the air together, you know what I mean? And I just let him know, you know, that you know, I love him, you know, I was sorry for his loss, you know, blah, 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 you know, this, that, and the other. And then that's, you know, when we started, you know, just you know, mending, you know, the relationship and just, you know, just really just forgiving each other for everything that had happened, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was the first time that I remember is, when Tamara died in the car crash.